Hello everyone, welcome back on our YouTube channel. As you know that till the last video we have covered topic 5.3 in which we discuss in detail about test monitoring and control. Today we are going to start topic 5.4, which is comparatively a smaller topic but also very important because anyhow we have a question from this topic in exam, and then we will jump to topic 5.5, which is about risks and testing. So what is actually configuration management? Actually you can say configuration management during test planning phase we decide everything, like how for example, if there is some changings in the code, if there is some changing in the test items, if there is some new release, new versions, how we will gonna maintain them. So this everything we comes under configuration management. For example, there are some restricted access to the source code library only to the dedicated developers, how they will access the system, how the different versions are maintained, linkage of customer requirement, for example, to different version numbers, like these requirements were tested in the release 1.0, these requirements were tested in the release 1.1. Then actually we have the precise and complete information actually of all the software component, source code, different testware items. So with the configuration management, actually we can identify the version of the software, on which version actually we are working, for example. So everything comes under configuration management. We track the changes if there is some changing in the test techniques or test where item, test basis, for example. So it's all about configuration management. I hope I have provided you a very brief overview. Now we can discuss, we can go through the course content. The purpose of configuration management is to establish and maintain the integrity of the component or system, the testware, and their relationship to one another through the project and product lifecycle. Like you have to maintain complete link, for example, the complete integrity between the component, system, testware, software, everything, because there will be different releases, as I explained to you, different project releases, and in each release we have different requirements cover, different kind of code coverages. So based on that we have to keep track of each version release, each of testware item. Either, like for example, there could be an error, for example, if you have for a new release, let's say you have actually build it with the old library, for example, with the old software component, like your configuration management was not that good, you have not completed it, and for the new release actually you build the old software, and then you actually tested your test items, let's say, are updated, but you have not managed the software in the configuration management, and yet then you ran the new test cases on the old code. So there could be like some problems, even like you have you have built a different kinds of files, like for example for release 1.2 there were different files, and for release 1.1 there were different files. So for new release you use the old files, build is failed, there could be many problems. So configuration management system is very important. To properly support testing, configuration management may involve ensuring the following: all test items are uniquely identified, version controlled, tracked for changes, and relate to each other, so that you can track your changes. Like for this software release, for this version, you had this software testing items, you have this, like you have to, I think you have understood the concept. All items of testware are uniquely identified, version control, track for changes related to each other, and related to the versions of the test item, so the traceability can be maintained throughout the test process. All identified documents and software items are referenced unambiguously in test documentation. Like you have to, in your configuration management also comes all the documents and software items, so that you clearly know which document belongs to which release, or like which version or which part. During test planning, configuration management procedures and infrastructure tools should be identified and implemented. This line is very important for ISTQB exam itself. Like during planning actually you decide everything, how you will gonna keep your configuration, like manually with some automation, some automatic tool, which tool will you use for that configuration management. So everything actually you need to decide during the test planning phase. I hope this topic is clear to you, and now we will jump to the next topic, which is about risk and testing.